Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, March 29th, 2022. This is Jennifer. Well, you can see that we are outside in my backyard. It is a very gloomy day, so not the best lighting. I actually did try to see if I could figure this out in my sewing room, but I just can't get the camera far enough back to get this whole quilt in. So this is the Kindom Hearts quilt that I started with a huge boost of orphan blocks from Jeanie back in January. I'm really afraid it's going to blow away. Hold on, we just lost a clothespin. I'm going to go fix that. This quilt was inspired by a beautiful stack of orphan blocks that Jeanie gave me. She had actually sent them to me in a couple of different installments. And if you guys remember, I mentioned, I think end of December, beginning of January, my son, who just was about to go back to grad school, he happened to see all of these blocks and just immediately fell in love. He's a massive Kindom Hearts fan, so is my daughter. He's had a lot going on. He's not super happy with where he lives, and I just felt like he needed a quilt. So, you know, another quilt. He's got a lot of quilts, but whatever. Anyway, so Jeanie sent me all these beautiful blocks, and with his help, I arranged them in a way that he liked, and I filled in a few that he wanted. So Jeanie made the vast majority of the blocks in this quilt. I made the entire center. The keyblade is her design. This is actually my design. I haven't shared it yet, but if anybody's interested, I can get it cleaned up so I can get it on the queue on Fandom and Stitches. I made second block down here, and then I made the bottom block here, and I made keep pointing in the wrong direction, I made half of this block. All the other blocks were made by Jeanie, and most of them were designed by her. The quilt layout is actually my original design. Will not be sharing it because it's not super accurate. I had to do a lot of mathematical fudging to get things to line up as nicely as I wanted them to, and so I'm not going to do it again. I only made it for these blocks. So anyway, very happy with this. I am going to go see my son this weekend. Unfortunately, my husband can't come, so he won't be able to see the kiddo too, but I'm gonna drive to Lubbock and see my son because I haven't seen him since January. I'm gonna take him this quilt, and I hope he loves it, and I hope you guys like it too. It was fun to work on. It was amazing to get to supersize an orphan block quilt. I usually just do small ones for Linus, so it was really fun to get to take those blocks and think about my kid specifically and what he would like and what matters to him and put that in a quilt. So the background fabric, this purple, is a batik that I got from Thousands of Bolts. I actually narrowed it down to about 8 fabrics, and he chose that fabric. The red background fabric in the center, and on the back of the dark side, that was a Stonehenge, and I think it was like Teen Spirit or something. That is the one that I ran out of, and Amber sent me a half yard, so I was able to finish this block and do the background for this. So that was a huge help. This is the quilt I was practicing all the swirls for, and I hope you guys can see them in the video. Like I said, it's not great lighting, but I think we're gonna flip this over so I can show you the back. So before I do that, the little borders around these blocks and the binding are the same fabric that's on the back. So the back of this quilt and the label are done in the same fabric as the binding and those little borders I showed you on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do some close-ups for this because you can't really see anything but just sort of a vague pattern from this distance. This fabric was perfect for a Kindom Hearts quilt. My son also picked this out, and I got this one at Thousands of Bolts as well. So that is it for this quilt. I don't know if I'll have anything to show next week, but you know, I'll make a video anyway. I have one small project to share that is not quilt related. I told you guys last week I was going to start working on our yard, and we have mostly garden front and back. We don't really do lawn. We have a little bit of natural ground cover, but everything else is drought tolerant and native or equivalent sort of plants. And I was cleaning out beds, and I mean, I don't know if you've seen any leaves fall during this. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. We've already raked and bagged 20 bags of live oak leaves, and we probably have another 5 to go because they don't stop falling until the trees are ready to grow new leaves, which is starting to happen, but there's still quite a few leaves up there. So anyway, mostly yard work, and I made a little garden decoration that I want to show you guys. So I had several of these little crystal balls that we bought years ago for my kids at IKEA. They used to play, you know, make believe with them, and they have since become garden decorations. So yesterday I made this little macrame hanger for this particular garden decoration, and I think it's pretty fun. So my friends, that is going to be it for me. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a crafty week. I hope to see your videos, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.